This video shows a pair of hunters stalking an enormous black bear during a hunt in the forest.
Yes, wait here.
Take your gun.
No. I feel like getting eaten right now.
The large predator spots them, despite their best efforts to hide from it, and proceeds to do this.
Ralph, get back. Out my way. Hey, that's why I just wanted to get clear for a shot.
The men quickly draw their guns and point them at the charging animal, making it run away and disappear into the trees. Fortunately for both of them, the bear retreated and never bothered them again. This first intense clip begins with a man recording himself along with a couple of hunters hunting a bear.
It's right there. Stay back. Can you see? Stand in front of the log right there.
At first, they have a hard time locating the predator, but once they finally see it, they waste no time in doing this.
Oh! That's what doing did. Oh shit, back up, honey. Get back.
Bears usually avoid encounters with humans as they know that humans are not friendly towards them. Despite knowing this, the hunters continue to shoot at the animal. What happens next is taken straight from a thriller movie.
Go, baby, run! Ah! Goddamn! Hold! Hit!
Even after getting mauled, he still puts his body on the line to give his wife the chance to escape. He suffered some injuries, but he luckily survived the terrifying encounter. This next terrorizing video shows a man recording a large moose shedding its antlers as he observes it from afar. With curiosity getting the best of him, he walks closer to the animal to get a better view. Moments later, while getting it on tape up close, the large moose finally has enough and decides to do this. Things become chaotic and shaky as we hear the hunter scream and try to scare away the moose with loud vocalizations. The clip cuts with the man recording himself, showing he was unharmed by the attack. This next terrifying animal encounter starts off intensely as we see a bear chasing something in front of the man. It is then revealed that the predator was chasing the hunter's dog, which prompts the hunter to do something to protect his pet. After the first shot, the bear quickly turns in his direction, unsure if it should fight or run away. The hunter quickly reloads his rifle, though, ready for whatever the bear will decide to do. The predator ultimately decides to run away after the first shot, which gives the man the chance if he needs to shoot again. At the beginning of this clip, a man can be seen walking in a forest with his gun ready to be fired. A few seconds later, he hears something moving around in the bushes, and what happens next is shocking.
Vill jag ta den? Ta den här, kom!
Surprisingly, he misses his shot by only a few inches, despite wild boars being able to run at 25 miles per hour. The animal disappears into the bushes shortly after, but its squeals and stomps can still be heard, echoing a few feet away from the hunter.
Åh, din jävel!
It appears that everything turned out fine, despite the clip cutting prematurely. The beginning of this encounter shows a leopard hiding inside a small rock formation, angry and afraid after being cornered by hunters. Never make the mistake of lowering your guard after cornering a predator, as they are at their most dangerous when left with nowhere to escape. He walks closer to the predator, confident that it has been severely weakened and is easy prey for them. Unfortunately, his judgment was way off, and in turn he pays a very terrifying and heavy price for his negligence. Thankfully, they eliminated the predator just before it got the chance to bite his neck. The clip begins with two hunters recording a herd of elephants they encountered walking peacefully through the African safari. Moments later, the herd notices them, which makes one of the elephants approach as they try to back away slowly.
Rồi. No, 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 no. Rồi. Rồi.
Some of the hunters immediately try to scare the animal by firing shots all around, while the cameraman starts running for dear life. Sadly, the video comes to an end rather abruptly, so what happens next appears to be unknown. A group of hunters can be seen traversing dense bushes, trying to conceal themselves from an elephant. Unfortunately, their cover gets blown when they get close to the large animal, which leads to this happening.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Thankfully, the herbivore immediately runs away after scaring the men. At the beginning of this next clip, two hunters can be seen recording a large Ontario moose standing on the dirt road. They record the animal walking around the road, seemingly in awe of its large body and antlers. These dangerous and nervous animals can often reach weights of 800 pounds, which makes the following scenes more terrifying.
We got Cody gonna pet the moose now at 10 yards.
The animal and the man stare at each other for a while, but when the hunter turns his back to end the encounter, this happens.
Watch out!
He surprisingly notices in time, which gives him time to react and grab his rifle. Luckily for him, the animal retreats as soon as it sees him grabbing his gun. Two hunters record themselves hiding in the bushes, trying to find black bears to shoot and kill from a safe distance. Only a few seconds later, a bear emerges from the woods and catches the attention of the two hunters, but they don't shoot it. Moments later, another bear emerges above it, and another one a little closer to their left. Finally, another one emerges from their left again, only now much closer, leaving them no choice but to pray and do this. If the predator decided to charge them to take revenge, things could have gotten bad. Stephen Rinella and his friend Ryan start this clip by going down a narrow river to hunt for moose. As they navigate through the dense bushes and trees, Stephen hears a sound and decides to track it with his friend following behind him. After successfully locating his prey, he shoots it, and the moose goes down instantly, which gives them the chance to go and secure the kill. Now face to face with the seemingly injured animal laying down, he goes in for the final shot, only for something unexpected to happen.
Why am I gonna go up? And this bull stands up and spins. Holy shit. And the bull like just comes like a cartoon, head down, pop myself. And I fall down and I get up and kind of scurry out of there and go around.
Luckily for Steve, one of his friends quickly shot the moose down before things got out of hand. This short yet terrifying video captures a man recording a black bear climbing down a tree after seeing him. Despite the predator reaching the bottom in a flash, he stands his ground, which makes the bear do this.
No. You better get.
The predator stops in its tracks after he fires a warning shot. Luckily, the clip ends as the animal is seen running off. This terrifying video captured on a GoPro shows a hunter looking at something bothering him, although we can't see it due to the low quality. After almost a minute of standing still, we finally see a silhouette moving in the trees, and what is revealed is shocking. The grizzly bear walks past him quickly, which seems to tell us that the animal does not notice the hunter standing right beside it. Due to its incredible sense of smell, though, it notices something strange, making it stop in its tracks. Surprisingly, the bear decides to take another look before running away, leading to another terrifying close call. Fortunately for him, instead of being aggressive, the bear decides to flee the encounter. This next video shows a group of hunters recording male lions while hiding behind a bush, trying their best not to be spotted.
Number 3. Attento a 3. Number 3 is the problem one.
Moments later, one of the predators notices the men hiding behind the bush, leading to this to happen. They run as fast as they can away from the lions, while shots are being fired in order to try and scare the predators away. Equipped with superb eyesight and smelling capabilities, it's no surprise how the lions quickly detected them. Unfortunately, the clip cuts shortly, and what happened next remains unknown. This next video opens with a pair of hunters hunting and shooting ducks in a swamp in South Florida. While looking for and collecting the ducks they caught, they see something extremely unexpected. Alligators have integumentary sensory organs on the surface of their scales, so one must have noticed the easy prey falling from the sky. Now, with a gator in between the hunter and his canoe, things get out of hand extremely quickly. Thankfully, that was only a warning shot, and the man managed to escape the area safely. A bear walks towards a man camping in a tree while searching for suitable black bears to hunt during his trip to the wild. The animal is visibly agitated as it is mating season, and this particular stud does not fancy any unwanted guests in his territory. The animal, frustrated with the hunter, begins trying to scare the hunter off and assert its dominance by doing this.
Hey.
The man scares the bear back, as he does not want to shoot it and tries his best to de-escalate the situation.
Hey. Get out of here.
Fortunately, the predator comes to its senses and leaves the hunter alone. This shocking clip starts with a man recording a sleeping deer he came across during his hunt. He proceeds to approach the animal and tries to pet it by reaching his hand towards it slowly.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? You okay?
Surprisingly, he manages to get extremely close to the deer, which leads to this horrifying and disturbing clip. After the unexpected attack, he stumbles to stay standing while groaning in pain and eventually falls down on the grass. Judging from the video, he managed to survive the attack, despite being caught off guard. The clip starts off with a man recording a large black bear approaching him during his hike in the snowy mountains of Oregon.
Hey.
At first, his voice sounds relaxed and calm, but this quickly changes when the bear decides to do this.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey. 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 Hey.
It's a good thing that black bears are less aggressive than brown bears, or else it would have been a completely different story. Thinking the bear has already backed up, the man checks his surroundings again, only to find this.
Hey. I'm gonna shoot you. Hey!
Thankfully, the animal backs away and leaves him unharmed during the encounter. The beginning of this next encounter shows a man recording a small group of moose running around and chasing each other in a field. While recording the animals, one of them suddenly sees him recording and decides to do something bone-chilling. Able to reach speeds of 35 miles per hour, the animal covers the distance between it and the man in an instant. He proceeds to climb a nearby tree quickly to avoid the charge after seeing that there was nothing stopping the charging moose. Fortunately, he manages to avoid the charge, and the herbivores walk away shortly after. This intense clip begins by showing a man screaming at an enormous elephant using a truck as a shield.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Despite being gentle giants, elephants can cause serious harm to a person in a snap. After the warning shot, the animal refuses to leave the people alone, and they continue to stand their ground.
Hey! Chugga! Hey! Chugga! Hey!
Thankfully, the situation did not escalate further, and everyone is safe. A group of hunters can be seen trying to remain as still as possible as a cow elk emerges from the trees beside them. Surprisingly, the herbivore decides to approach the hunters, which is extremely out of character, as these animals are usually scared and nervous of humans. After getting close to the hunters, the animal decides not to leave immediately, checking out the hunters, while still remaining cautious. The animal ultimately decides that it would be best if it ran away, so it does, and flees the scene as fast as possible. One of the hunters then loads up his bow, but unfortunately the video ends there. This encounter opens by showing a group of people accompanied by armed men taking pictures and videos of an elephant during a trip to Africa. At first, the group stays far away from the animal, trying to be as cautious as possible. Moments later, the elephant goes off to another place where they decide to follow it and continue observing from up close. At first, the animal doesn't seem to mind them being up close, but moments later, something petrifying transpires.
Come on! Hey! Hey! Come on! Hey! Come on! Get back!
One of the armed men thankfully manages to de-escalate the situation, leaving no one harmed. This next video, taken from a hunting vlog, shows two hunters stalking and trailing a bull elk they spotted earlier. After waiting for the perfect moment, they finally get the chance they were waiting for as the elk stops in a relatively open space. One of the hunters then pulls his bow and makes his shot, but something unexpected occurs.
Oh my God!
A mature bull elk can charge at a speed of 40 miles per hour, capable of seriously injuring a human if hit. After the close call, they compose themselves and move on with the rest of their hunt. At the beginning of the video, a group of hunters can be seen waiting for a small herd of Cape buffalo to finish passing through. While passing through, one of the animals notices the hunters and looks at them, but continues walking forward. A couple of steps later, he looks at them again and proceeds to do something unexpected. A Cape buffalo can run up to 35 miles per hour, so it could close the distance between them extremely quickly. Unfortunately, the clip ends before we find out what happened next. This encounter begins by showing us a group of tourists taking pictures and videos of a giant elephant up close.
Ja, I forgot it on.
Despite an African elephant being 4 meters tall on average, the group still chooses to be only a few inches away from this magnificent creature. Moments later, the animal suddenly turns its attention towards them and proceeds to do something that can make even the strongest man flee in fear. After the bluff charge, the safari guide readies his gun in case things get out of hand. Standing their ground seemed to work, and they got to live another day. This blood-curdling video opens with a pair of deer hunters trying to drive to their destination, while a huge moose is seen running away from their truck.
Yeah, I sent him with the sucker.
We knew it was fresh.
Yeah.
After a few minutes chasing it down the road, the animal suddenly does something that they weren't expecting.
Now we've got an issue.
Yeah.
I think I better start back. I can't back up that fast, can I?
Unfortunately, the clip ends abruptly, and we can only assume that their truck suffered quite some damage. At the beginning of this frightening encounter, an enormous black bear can be seen following the scent of a man resting in a tree stand. After seeing the ladder leading to his scent, the man realizes the grave danger he is in when the predator decides to do this. As soon as the animal climbs a few steps, the hunter makes his presence known, which stops the bear from climbing further.
Hey, what are you doing there? What are you doing there?
It then goes down and runs away, leaving the hunter safe and unharmed. Here, a dog can be seen chasing a large moose around the Swedish wilderness, while this hunter records from a distance. Despite its heavy weight and size, these herbivores can charge up to 30 miles an hour, so this hunter definitely isn't taking any chances. He tries to shout at the animal to scare it away, but without success. After the missed shot, it runs away immediately, while stumbling around, which allows the dog to get back on the chase. Recorded from a camera attached to a hunting dog, the video begins with the animal sniffing the ground, trying to track a scent it picked up. The dog maneuvers through the forest, laser-focused on tracking the scent and discovering what's behind it. Finally, the animal finds its target, and it's definitely not something you'd want to encounter in the woods. The dog barks at the bear for almost a full hour, further proving the fact that dogs do not get physically tired of barking. Unfortunately, the clip cuts short, and what happens to the dog afterwards is unknown. The video opens by showing us two bears, very intent on investigating a man staying in a tree stand while on a bow hunting trip. At first, only one of the predators can be seen in the video, and the man already has his bear spray aimed at the animal. Black bears are naturally curious creatures, so he understandably tries his best not to startle the predator. The second bear seems to be the bravest of the two, as it makes the most frightening move a hunter could ever dream of. The bear spray saves the hunters from an otherwise brutal outcome. In the beginning of this terrifying clip, a Russian hunter can be seen pointing his gun towards a large figure hiding behind dense bushes. After the first charge, the man keeps his gun pointed towards the bear, which proves to be the right choice. It is later revealed that the animal was simply being protective of her cubs, which explains her aggressive behavior. Miraculously, the man walks away unharmed. A few people can be seen walking with two armed men in the first part of this video, most likely trying to track and observe lions. A lion's light brown coat allows the animal to camouflage flawlessly in their habitat, so unsurprisingly, the group's search takes a while. They eventually come across a large male lion who was just patrolling the area, giving them the chance to take pictures and videos. Now face to face with a fearsome predator and armed with only single-shot rifles, the two men are tested to their limits when this happens. Fortunately, it was only a bluff charge, and the group remained safe.